Imagine a world in which your means of survival depended on a machine keeping your heart pumping, and you felt that the scars resulting from that machine's implantation defined you.
I'm Nicole. When I was 3 years old, I went to my cardiologist, and they told me that I had a hole in my heart that was growing. After a few months, I went back to the cardiologist, and they saw that the hole was starting to close, but scar tissue was forming. So since scar tissue is really bad to have in your heart, they decided that they had to go in and take out the scar tissue. So once they went in, they accidentally snipped a little bit of the heart that gives me a heartbeat, the electricity part. So as bad as it was on the contract that you sign when you go into a surgery, so I couldn't sue them or anything. So what happened is that I got a pacemaker. And what a pacemaker is that it gives you a heartbeat, and it adjusts with any heart rate that you have, and it has to get replaced every 8 years. So far, I got when I was 3, and then when I was 8, and then when I was 16, and then my next one will be when I'm about 23. So growing up with a pacemaker was really different than a lot of other kids. I had a huge scar on my chest from open heart surgery, and then 2 other big ones from where the pacemaker was put in. When I was bathing suits, it was totally different. I wasn't like the average girl that could just be comfortable in a bikini. I would always cover myself up, and with tank tops, I was really self-conscious with my scar showing. I felt that people would not ever like me. I felt that nobody would consider me beautiful. So I was really self-conscious with it, and I hid it, and I didn't tell anybody how emotional I was about it. But going into 9th grade, I found out there was a camp in Minnesota for kids with heart disease. And my brother had gone there too. He also has a heart disease, and he told me that it changed his life completely. So for 4 years I went there, and I was surrounded by kids who had heart transplants and tumors inside them, so many different things. All the kids that were just like me, who had problems, were self-conscious, and wouldn't talk about anything that they felt emotionally concerning their heart disease. And so I went there for 4 years, and I met so many kids that opened up to me, and I could open up to them. And after going there for such a long time, every single summer, I learned that I was just like any other kid. I could go swimming, I could go horseback riding, I could play any sport that I wanted to, and I could feel comfortable in my own skin. And a lot of the counselors and people at the camp told us that it really didn't matter that we had scars, and everybody else in the world, even if it doesn't look like they have a scar, everybody has something that they're embarrassed about or are really emotional about. So as soon as I started to think about that, I thought, why am I hiding my scars? This is who I am. I'm going to have these literally until the day I die. I'm not going to live my whole life feeling uncomfortable about how I look. So I decided to just kind of be a free spirit, and I started to wear bathing suits and didn't really care, and I, in a sense, I flaunted my scars. It was cool, it showed a story, people would ask, and I was excited to tell people for like the first time in my life. I was like, I had open heart surgery, and people would think it's so cool. And the first time that somebody said that they love scars, I was so shocked, I couldn't believe it. So now I'm 18, almost 19, I'm totally comfortable with it, and looking back, it's kind of embarrassing to think that I was so uncomfortable with it, but I've grown into it, and that's who I am today.